All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and our home team. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Bring it up! Here we go! Pittsburgh! Trump! Check three! Switch!
On first down, Garland. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
You're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
First down, Jets.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
132 fighter.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Exit. Mike 5-4.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But it'll be second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. You go, Ready.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
A gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, back up.
They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing.
It got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll be taken down down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a give, right side. Garland.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Ready. And read. Fire. Drop deep.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
50, plant. With the 2-jet bombers. And it's just me and you. It's just me. Hey, Wood. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Not today, you are. Not today. Mike 54. Ready to go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 51. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. 51's the Mike, boy. 51. Shoot.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This quarterback now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a give right side. Garland. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down to the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And the Jets have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
15 line. 15 line. 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, wahoo! Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get the ball. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Hit it.
2nd and 15. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He can run for it, and he will. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On the return, it's White. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. That fired out. That's a big gain. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, 90, Wolf. Time to go, night.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Bullet hot. Hey, Charlie. 54 Mike. Check. Watch. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's it. Big hit.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Landon's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Get ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that doesn't know.
He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards.
First down, New York.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Tight end right, tight end right. Everyone. Travis. Go. Ready.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Ready,
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
X3, 218, chop. Check. Hey, Zoo.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He finds his target, Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. He'll drop to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Jackson on a first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It's our field. It's our field.
They'll try the left side. Garland. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man open, it's Ross. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 40.
To throw again is Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we reach halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
Second and 14.
Check, watch the before, watch the before.
He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 7 the ending, 7 the mic. I'm trying to collect.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll be a 2nd down. On 2nd down, Garland. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Right back to him on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Harris able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him to Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Target, 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 target.
Now it's the backup Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing on third down, Greer. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go, defense.
They'll run on first down. Garland gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Garland. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
I'm coming for you. You must. Check safety, check safety. Check 26, check 26. Shit.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Tommy Sweeney, the intended receiver. And it's third down. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson going deep downfield for it's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there full time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, alert three.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Kill. Protein spill. Turn it up.
2nd and 4. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Man, he's coming. We got double up. Let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Charles Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, Echo. 24 is the mic. Man, I got you. 24 is the ready?
They'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Haywood. Fight.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
White now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now, he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Hernandez. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. But he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On 1st down, Garland. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now. Got a man open. It's Ross. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And a give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's another Brooklyn first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
55.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 25 yards that time.
25 yards on the play. That's another Bills first down.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it was their defense that